right. Hey, Eli, do you have Tinder?
No.
Ciel, I know you do.
Not anymore.
Oh, okay.
You
I
had
don't
it?
either. Oh, wait. Before I get into it, let's do a little quick introduction. And we're back, us three. I'm Tony.
Hi, I'm Ociel.
Hey.
This is Eli.
Hey, Eli. Okay, so back to my original question. So Tinder, no one has Tinder. I don't have Tinder either. However, I was looking at this news article where Tinder is warning date seekers to maintain a social distance to protect against the new coronavirus. So apparently Tinder is out there.
They're losing business?
Well, yes and no. So I mean, they're still pushing people to get on dates, but make sure to have that social distance. I don't know what that means by social distance, but apparently
no touching,
no hand grabbing, no sneezing on each other, all that good stuff.
Which is something good nowadays.
Sneezing?
I mean, you don't want to be close to someone sneezing and coughing.
Yeah, well, I was reading some tweets on some people seeing this news article. There's this girl, she's like, Tinder out here protecting me from coronavirus more than they're protecting me from the bad pickup lines and weirdos. But yeah, I just thought that was funny how Tinder's putting out they're basically CDC, I guess you could say.
Tinder?
Yeah. They're out there protecting us from coronavirus. They're giving us good tips on how to safety tips and how to do it. Actually, in their alert or description on Tinder, it says wash your hands frequently, carry hand sanitizer, avoid touching your face or other people's faces, maintain social distance at public gatherings, which is also and then it shows links to the World Health Organization. But yeah, good job, Tinder.
I wouldn't be surprised they will come up with the cure then.
Tinder? I'm pretty sure they have it.
Oh.
I don't know why. No, but that brings us back to our next point. Coronavirus. We actually brought it up that first episode that we had with Mag.
Episode 2.
We keep referencing other episodes.
Episode 2.
Yeah. No, was it episode 2? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about it, and at the time, which was how long ago was this? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Probably like 3 weeks ago.
About 3 weeks ago.
We have a lot more information now. It actually has a name now, which is kind of a name, COVID-19. So we have a little bit more information about it, and that I don't like to say that I'm too worried about it yet, but it does seem real because the surrounding states around us are having new cases every day. But what do you guys know about it? What have you guys researched on it?
Well, for those listening to us, if you don't know, we are based out on Kansas. So Nebraska, which is north of us, and Texas, south of us, and Colorado, which is east or west?
Northwest from here.
West from us, have already had people infected with it. So it's a matter of time that we'll find a case here in Kansas.
The one in Colorado, it's 2 people, but I think it could easily be more than that, because I was actually seeing the video that they posted, the I don't know, the state's health organization, and they were saying that those 2 people were actually hanging out. Well, they came from a cruise, but those 2 people were hanging out with quite a few friends. So I think like they have like 4 friends in quarantine right now. So since coronavirus is respiratory, like it could be contracted through the air, I mean, they can have it easily. So then that adds another 4 people to the case.
You think it's already here in Kansas? It could be.
Could be. I mean, people go to Colorado from here all the time. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, it's only 6 out of the thousands of people that live there. But the thing is, it's so easily transmitted because it's airborne. So and that's the thing. Like, if anyone sneezes, anyone any kind of like little contact with their air, you can easily get it. But like I was seeing a lot of people, a lot of videos and stuff like that, of people wearing masks. I don't know what you guys have researched about it, but what I've seen is that those actually don't really help. First, because a lot of people don't wear them, right? That's one thing. Another thing is, well, first of all, they don't know what kind of masks. Because we have some masks at home, not for that, but because we were doing some construction work, and there's different kind of masks. So there's masks, your normal mask, where air can still get through it.
Yeah.
And then depending on how the mask is, because you know how those masks have like openings on the side, air can go through that too.
Yep.
So, and actually, I think they had put a report out that those actually don't help much.
You would actually have to get a military grade mask, that will cut like
the
block
ones that
everything.
the ones that look like a bug,
Mm-hmm.
Like
bug
a
face.
hazmat type.
Yeah, one of those things.
Yep. I wonder how much those are, and
Probably a lot.
yeah.
But now, seeing all this, are you guys really worried about it? Because to be honest, me, like, when I first heard about it, I was like, well, it's kind of like your typical flu, right? But I'm not really like when I go out to like the store, when I of course I always, when I get a cart, I always clean the thing with the. But do you guys actually take extra precaution? Like, you guys don't go out to places where there's a lot of people? Do you guys do that? Well, I guess now we should, because we've gotten certain instructions, but
It's like the typical flu, but this will actually kill you. But
Well, the flu can kill you too.
yeah, but I mean, I'm somewhat worried about it because if we actually look into it, the death ratio is not that big, It's about, I read this morning, it's from 0.1 to 1%, of the people that have got it.
do you know how many people have got it?
Not really, but I can look it up.
Yeah,
But so far, like in the U.S. alone, as of now, we have 33 confirmed deaths.
Wait, deaths?
Yeah, but it's crazy that most of those people were elderly people, so they had low defenses.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I don't think the media gets through to, like. And I guess we would get into other stuff if we talk about the media and stuff like that. But I don't think the media has really specified what kind of people have died from it. Because I don't think that your normal human being with, normal defenses working at its all-time high will die. See what I'm saying? Because I have seen articles where most of those patients that have it, or people that are in quarantine that have that have contracted coronavirus, they don't really they heal by themselves because they don't really know. Apparently, they don't have a cure for it yet, but slowly. I mean, I'm sure some vitamin C, man. Put some tea, some vapor rub, you'll be fine. See what I'm saying? And actually, I was reading today. I was hearing this thing on coronavirus that they say if you don't have, I think Hillary Clinton said that. Apparently, if you don't have the flu vaccine, that you should get it now because that'll help the coronavirus. So again, and that's my thing too. If that could help, if they say that could help coronavirus, how do they not have like a cure or some kind of vaccine for it?
But what does she know?
Well, I mean, she's deep into that politics stuff. I'm sure she gets more info than we do.
And I mean, the death rate's only 3.4%.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. It's so low. It's so easy to fight against it.
Well,
It should be. And the thing is, it doesn't sound bad.
I got the
It doesn't sound like a
information.
plague, like the Black Death or the Black Plague.
Well, not yet. How long has this been going for? About 2 months,
Oh,
or more, or less?
no, it started last year.
yeah, 2019.
Oh, is it? Because as of now, I found the count. You know, the cases worldwide. It's 100,001. 101,714 with 3,461 casualties. So about 3%.
About 3%.
I was wrong.
Well, you know what? The flu has like 1 billion cases worldwide.
Yeah.
And that's
But you know, the flu actually doesn't have a, like, it technically doesn't have a cure either.
No, it doesn't.
and this something
I mean, it
new
has
for
a
me.
vaccine to like prevent it. But yeah, there's no, like, no one's ever gonna stop having the flu.
Yeah, it says, well, there's a vaccine to prevent some of the most dangerous types or reduce the severity of the flu.
Well, and that's the thing too. Coronavirus isn't limited to this one. There's a lot.
Yeah, coronaviruses. That's like a.
Yeah.
That's why this one's coronavirus 2019.
Yeah. Well, because they would
this
think
is-
of a more creative name, which is.
This is something new for me. Out of those 100,000, 56,000 have recovered.
And they don't give that kind of info.
Uh-uh.
That's the thing. Like,
That's about half of the people that have got it.
yeah, and
Get well.
that's where I think, like, yeah, it's a big deal because it is going to be spreading, and if it spreads more, means that if it spreads more, those people that have low defenses have more probability of having it, and then have more probability of dying. And that's what I'm sure that's what we want to prevent. But I'm sure, like any one of us here, if we get it, we can live through it.
And it's like, how do you even know if you have coronavirus? Because like the symptoms, a lot of people, like we mentioned earlier, compare it to the flu. Like the symptoms, they both can cause fever. They give you a cough, body aches, fatigue. They could give you vomiting and diarrhea. It says they can be mild or severe, even fatal in some cases, and they can both result in pneumonia. They're both spread, in similar ways. A possible difference, according to this hopkinsmedicine.org website, it says that the coronavirus might be spread through the airborne route. So I guess the flu can't, according to this website.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. They're pretty similar, but another thing I was reading, because you said how did they know it's coronavirus? Apparently, what they do is they get a sample and they send it into every state's health department, I'm guessing, and then they sample it. But again, when they
That could take a while.
Well, when they get that sample, apparently it takes like weeks or a week or something like that. Because I'm sure if they think it's coronavirus, they'll just immediately just send it and then they tell you positive, negative. But again, how do they know?
And something crazy about that, I saw last night, because I was looking on different websites about coronavirus, and I found one that talked about Kansas City, which is the biggest city here in Kansas, biggest city that we have, with about 500,000 population. Kansas City only had, as of yesterday, 5 kits to test if you had coronavirus. So that tells you, that no one is prepared right now for this.
Well, no.
Well, it's because it's something so new, too. New in the sense that, the disease is caused by, a new virus. So, I think right now people don't have... Because there's people that are immune to the flu. I don't think people right now are anybody that's immune to this virus.
And just
wait, there's people immune to the flu
and just
with the vaccine?
No, they're just immune. They don't get it.
However, I did notice... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Eli.
No, go ahead.
When I started working at schools, at a school, when I first went to a school, when I started working my first week, I got sick. I'm guessing it was the flu. And after that, I don't remember ever getting sick again of the flu, which is weird because I'm surrounded by kids that have the flu. Until this day, I still have not gotten the flu, which is, and a lot of people do say that. We talked about that one time with some of my coworkers, and I was telling them like, hey, you know, I got it the first week, and then after that, I never got it.
Yeah.
And then they're just like, oh, well, it's because I guess your body gets used to it. I'm guessing. I don't know. It's some kind of weird. It's weird because I would be around kids that are sneezing and they don't care about covering their mouths. They don't care about touching things, touching the desk, touching papers when they sneeze on their hands. And I've always wondered why is that? Why is that? I didn't get it, or unless I just got like the best immune system, I guess.
Exactly, you have good defenses. It has to do with nutrition too, how you eat, what you eat, and that's something.
Come at me, coronavirus.
The doctors, were saying last night, because I was watching the news on CNN. I don't know if that's a good source or not, but they were interviewing a lot of doctors, and they said that a way to help your body, it's like eat good, try to eat healthy, up your defenses, and something easy that we all can do is go to the store, go to Walmart and get some vitamin C and start taking it.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too, because taking extra steps to not get it, it doesn't hurt anyone. Like, I know we're not trying to make a big deal, like, not go out and go to the store, or not go to work and other stuff, but sure we can all take like little steps, like Germ-X, I don't know, washing your hands, not touching your face. I was watching this video. I'll pull it up. I'll show you guys. Of this lady that she was talking about coronavirus, and she was saying how, or basically taking like safety steps on how to not get it. And so the first thing she said was, if your hands aren't clean, don't touch your face, don't touch your eyes. Nothing. And look at this. Check this out real quick. You guys can't see it, but you can hear it. Hold on, I'll start it over.
Today, start working on not touching your face, because one main way viruses spread is when you touch your own mouth, nose, or eyes.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
So this idiot lady, she's like, so one of the things too.
She's at a press conference.
At a press conference, she's like, today I'm gonna tell you guys some safety tips on how to prevent coronavirus. She's like, don't touch your face, your eyes. First thing she does, she licks her finger to touch over the page. That's so funny.
We talked about how Tinder may be suffering from the coronavirus. You know who else? The Corona beer. It says
man.
There's a stat that says 38% of beer drinking Americans won't buy Corona beer under any circumstances due to the coronavirus outbreak, according to a recent survey.
Yeah.
And then 16% of beer drinking Americans were confused about whether Corona beer was related to the coronavirus or not. Which,
I've seen.
for those of you who are confused out there, it is not. Has nothing to do with Corona.
Just because of that, go out and buy Corona.
I've seen a lot of memes about that, and the only one that's benefiting from all of this, it's Modelo, dude.
Benefiting? Why would
Nah, but it's something that's going around, and when we did the first or episode 2 of the podcast, like, I'm gonna be honest, like, I had my doubts about the virus. Now I'm a little bit concerned about it. So if you're one of those people that get sick a lot like me, I don't know, do something and try to avoid it. Try to be infected by it. Do your best.
Well, and the thing is, just to end it, I don't know if I really had doubts, but what I still have doubt about is that, how do they not have a cure yet, or some kind of vaccine? Why are they taking? Why do they say? Oh, they give you a timeline of like a year.
Exactly that. I don't understand that. If it's something new, something unknown, how can you tell how much time it's gonna get you to come up with the vaccine? We've had cancer for how long, and they don't tell us like, oh, in 2025, we'll have the cure, because it's something that they can't come up with. So, yeah. I don't doubt that it's out there, because of course it's killing people, But the timing of it and everything else that goes around, I mean, puts you to think,
Yeah, and we start talking about that. Starts talking about conspiracies, but
which
we'll talk about.
We'll get into it, conspiracies, but I mean, it something to think about.
But then again, someone to go against that argument. There's been other, not exactly viruses, but certain things they wanted to cure, and that they've been trying to do research on it, and then in the testing for the cure, it actually made it worse. I don't remember exactly what they were trying to cure. Not HIV. HIV is not curable, right? Or is it AIDS? Which one is it?
No, it's not curable, but there is treatment to.
Okay, so I think it was treatment
to hold it, hold the virus damage.
I think it was that I think they were trying to look up treatments or trying to make treatments for it, and instead of helping, it actually made it worse. But not the actual HIV, but made it worse in the sense that they didn't know how the body was going to react to that certain medication. So I could see where people say like, oh, maybe they're waiting on trying to find the best cure for it. But that's alright. But we can move on from. Oh, go ahead, Ocean.
Oh no, I was just gonna say about. AIDS.
Oh,
like is AIDS like? Because when you get AIDS, you don't necessarily it's not something deadly, no?
I don't know. I've never got them.
Because I know AIDS stands for like auto.
Immune deficiency system.
Autoimmune deficiency system. So it lowers your defenses and your
white blood
systems.
cells. And then?
Oh no, I was just wondering you can't really die from it, huh?
I mean,
you
don't die from that.
Specifically?
You die because since your immune system is so low, yeah. So any kind of little thing.
So anybody with AIDS right now, they could die of the coronavirus?
Yeah, AIDS, it's not curable. If you get it, you will have it pretty much for the rest of your life. But it wasn't until 2012 when they were able to control it. Mm-hmm. People with AIDS now can live longer, but from 2005 to 2012, 36 million people died of AIDS. So I mean, but now they don't have a cure, but they can control it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and to be honest, man, we can go way deeper into all these things. There's the Spanish flu of 1918. There's the swine flu, the H1N1 10 years ago.
Rabies.
Cholera.
Rabies.
Did you know there's no cure for rabies?
Yes, I did know that from The Office.
Yeah, it's
the bubonic.
You know what? We should do a 5K for rabies.
For rabies.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do a 5K, but
can you say the whole thing?
I would do a fun run.
Oh, that's what it was, a fun run.
Yeah, 5K. I don't even know how much that is.
It's 5K.
What's the K stand for? Kilometers.
Which would be 200 points. Miles.
I thought it stood for 5,000.
Oh no, senor.
5,000 steps.
5,000 steps.
But yeah, we wanted to talk about what's going on about the coronavirus, because we actually had a follower that mentioned about
that we didn't go deep enough.
Yeah, so we just gave you some facts, and as of now, Kansas is safe, but I'm sure it'll change in the next days.
If you are out there and you are listening and you are in a state where the coronavirus is currently present, we can provide food, we can provide shelter,
we can provide the cure,
we can provide you safety.
If you play video games, we'll send you video games. Whatever you ask for, just tell us.
Our offer still stands to stay at Dorian's house.
You'll be quarantined there with a bunch of video games and beer.
Imagine
and Coronas.
Being quarantined, would it be hard?
Well, a lot of people have been quarantined at home, so that's not bad. I mean, it would suck, but after a week, never mind. That would suck.
It would be boring, but it wouldn't be hard.
Check out our Instagram page.
Oh yeah, Instagram. It's just called Off the Cuff Stuff.
Off underscore the
Oh yeah,
Wait.
off underscore
the
the
underscore
cuff
underscore.
stuff with the small O in the beginning. Because apparently capital O on the off was
Will it-
taken.
will
Off
it-
the cuff stuff with the capital O was taken.
Will it matter though?
Stupid,
if it,
huh?
Like if they type it in differently, will it matter?
Just off the cuff. Or you can go to me to at Tony Castañon and then look it up and it should be there.
Is it on your bio or what?
Oh
You-
no, you just
dude,
go to my
you-
followers.
Oh yeah.
My following.
Yeah, guys, go through that trouble.
Exactly.
You gave out
Go
your
through his
last name.
10,000 followers and look through off the
You
cuff.
gave out your last name.
So
You don't mind? Okay. If you
Follow
did,
me.
then make sure you follow me, Eli Bucho. Nah,
Nah, it's not your name.
I'm not gonna give it out.
if they go to off the cuff stuff, I put you on there. You're on the
Oh.
bio.
Oh yeah. Nah, we're thinking about coming up with maybe some merchandise later on. You know, not for sale, but like if you.
We're doing a collab with Big Baller Brand.
Yeah, you'll get one if you come on the if you come on the podcast and argue with us, and you'll get it only if you win the argument only, which I doubt it. So no merch for any.
So we're sorry, we take that back. You're not
Yeah.
gonna
You're not gonna
you're
get
gonna
it.
see that.
And again, if you have any ideas or on stuff that you want us to talk about, we will send us a comment and we'll investigate, talk about it. Even if you want to be on the podcast as a guest, you know, let us know.
Yeah, and this episode is just gonna be just strictly coronavirus short one. You know, usually ours is about an hour, but shorter one. Basically, you get the best information from the best qualified people to give you safety tips.
Wash your
I would
hands,
say.
you know, before you eat.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna be the first infected in Kansas. So.
I will keep you quarantined.
Wear gloves at all times.
Face masks,
Face mask. No, well,
preferably
Actually, you know,
preferably off-white.
we like eating burritos y gorditas. We don't use forks or spoons for that. So
we just use the tinfoil.
there's a greater risk for us, you know, because Mexicans, we hardly use silverware.
Actually, according to a recent study by Eli, that is true.
So
Do Mexicans even care about hygiene? I'm just playing.
I do.
I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what that's what you're saying, though. That they don't.
But in general, I mean.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know. I think we'll end it there.